Hey everyone, welcome to today's amazing story. Through a friend, Andy met financial mogul Carl, serious and practical. Carl, impressed by Andy's stock-picking skills, invited him to join the team for a crucial merger project, insisting on a proposal by 10 a.m. After stepping out of Carl's fancy car, Andy thought a little relaxation was in order since he felt his life was about to get exciting, but Andy suddenly felt like the surroundings were playing a trick on him. One moment he was at his doorstep, the next he was lost 20 blocks away, floating around like a leaf in the wind that night. He meandered through the city, hopping from the towering uptown to the bustling downtown, wandering straight into a bar, and even managed to lose himself in an unexpected party. In a dazed state, he was with a blonde in a hotel, then ended up in an underground tunnel where he ran into a troublemaker. Surrounded, facing danger, Andy had a light bulb moment and mimicked Bruce Lee from TV. To his surprise, he won. Regaining his senses, he realized the chaos. He forgot his meds last night. His brain went into overdrive. Next morning, waking in a panic, he found Carl's project untouched. Reaching for pills, he suddenly froze. A strange feeling of resistance washed over him. As Andy tried to dive into the complicated business documents, his mind felt foggy, making everything look. After taking meds, his reaction slowed, comprehension fell. Reluctantly, he met Carl, who noticed Andy's oddness, unable to focus. During the chat, Carl mentioned the boss they were merging with, once obscure, became an industry giant in 2 years, but Andy's attention was drawn to TV news showing it was the blonde lady he had met last night, and the report said she was found dead in her hotel room. This threw Andy into he doubted his memory, wondering about last night, fearing connection to the event. Carl grew displeased with Andy's TV distractions, making an excuse for him to rush out. As soon as he stepped out, he threw up. Back home, he splashed water on his face to wake up. Just then, the answering machine beeped. His ex-wife warned him to avoid his brother-in-law's pills. They were dangerous. Andy hurriedly called back to talk about it with his ex, who was reluctant. After persistence, they agreed to meet at noon. Since his ex knew about the NZT pills, others might too. He rummaged through his brother-in-law's contacts and started calling each, hoping to know if others had similar side effects. He called over a dozen times, only to find 3 had died and the rest severely ill. This series of discoveries made Andy realize these could be the consequences of taking NZT. Just as he dialed another number, a voice suddenly rang. Little did he know, the seemingly ordinary old man had been stalking him all along. Feeling panicked, Andy immediately turned. The old man chased closely. Andy sprinted, jumped into a taxi, escaping the creepy stalker. He arrived at the cafe to meet his ex for the first time in 10 years and was floored. This wasn't the same stunning woman he remembered. The once seductive and charming wife had turned into a rather haggard version of herself, leaving Andy in disbelief at how cruel time could be. How could a woman in her 30s look so worn out? In their conversation, Andy learned his ex had also taken NZT. The pills had helped her excel at work, even surpassing her boss to land a high position. However, over time, she began to feel scared, fearing that this high-performance state would permanently damage her brain. So she stopped taking them, but the withdrawal effects were worse: frequent vomiting. Her movement slowed, struggling to concentrate, aging rapidly. This experience made Andy realize, relying on NZT makes quitting hard, consequences are unthinkable. After bidding farewell to his ex, Andy was about to take the last NZT pill. But suddenly, a mob boss appeared. Andy forgot to pay, so the boss thought he was skipping debt, charging at his gut. Weak from everything, Andy fell to the ground, dropping his pill. The mob boss noticed this unusual transparent pill. Curiosity led him to swallow it. Andy was stunned, though he quickly went to the bank for money to repay the debt. He tried to end this saga but didn't realize trouble had just started. Without the last pill, walking felt like a marathon. Each step was a monumental struggle as withdrawal symptoms tormented him. Despite feeling drained, he pushed on to Linda's office. The moment he stepped into Linda's office, he collapsed on the floor, desperately asking her to get him some pills or he feared he wouldn't survive. Linda, confused and unsure what to do, Andy had no choice but to spill all his secrets to her. Andy's wealth and charm came from pills. Ironically, he hid them in a conch shell at Linda's. He had stashed all his pills in a decorative shell at Linda's house. When she rushed back home, she indeed found them and she called Andy. However, on her rush back, she noticed the mysterious old man trailing her. Sensing danger, he dashed into a nearby park and fortuitously met 2 burly passers-by. She immediately asked for help, and those 2 strong gents, feeling heroic, stepped up to warn the old man. But the old man ignored them, moving toward Linda. When stopped, he suddenly whipped out a knife. In a fit of rage, he stabbed them. Linda panicked, fled, hid behind a big guy, then messaged Andy for help. Hearing Linda's description, Andy was frantic and told her to take a pill, hoping it'd kick in fast. He hoped she'd brainstorm an escape. As the old man neared, desperate Linda popped an NZT pill. The effect kicked in fast, and she felt like a new person, clearly sensing all the items around her and potential escape. With an escape plan, Linda acted, nimbly vaulting the skating rink's fence while the old man chased. If you like this story, subscribe for more exciting content.